I like to hear. Now, guys, if anyone and everyone in Mzansi Ekhaya wants the ideas, recipes, or ingredients to anything that we're making today, hop on over, like the bunnies that you are, to our website, afternoonexpress.co.za, where we've got all of the ingredients and recipes to what we'll be making today. Now, let's get cooking. We're continuing the Easter feast by bringing you another great recipe. French toast and tiramisu are a match made in heaven, and this recipe is one that you will love, whether it's for breakfast or dessert. Coffee, vanilla, and maple syrup flavors ooze through a battery-rich brioche bread, creating the perfect French toast. How decadent.
The perfect French toast. You had me at perfect French toast, because I think that I've said this before, French toast never used to be one of my favorite things, but just knowing that now I can enjoy it and put a twist on it like this. We're talking tiramisu French toast. And no, we're not including tira here. He's had no tiras were harmed in the making of this tiramisu French toast. But let me get it. Tiramisu. So I'm going to get it started for you. And one of the most important things that are needed when making a tiramisu is the base, or rather the French toast. That needs a beautiful soaking base in there. And it starts off with a good kind of egg. You need to make sure you've got good quality eggs, eggs that are nutritious, eggs that are fresh. You know, it is important to make sure that your eggs are fresh. And the best thing about the new laid eggs is you know that they're nutritious, they're fresh, they are farm to table, so at least you know where the eggs are coming from.
Absolutely.
Right, so I'm going to start with just 2 of our eggs. I'm using 2 large eggs, which is another great thing about new laid, is that they come in so many different it's long bundles depleted varieties. We've got the large, we've got the extra large, we've got quite a couple of different sizes over there.
Okay, I love that. And here on your station, Chef Jay, what are you whipping up?
So, you know, we're doing tiramisu-styled French toast, and I love this. You know, I love Easter because it just gives you sort of a chance to reinvent it. You know, every year it's a holiday we have every year, and it's a nice chance to sort of see what you can do with your ingredients. And I think French toast is the perfect way to, you know, it's so versatile. So we're going to do a play on the tiramisu today. So we're doing a mascarpone style filling. So I've just got some mascarpone in the bowl there. I'm going to add some pre-whipped cream, whip it up with some icing sugar, and it is as simple as that. I've got some vanilla bean, which is beautiful. You know, you get those speckles of vanilla in.
Yeah.
It's just delicious.
Very delicious. Now, when it comes to whipping your cream, do you have to whip it to stiff peaks? How do you know when it's enough now, you can stop whipping?
So when you're working with something like a mascarpone, it tends to, you know, want to split very quickly. So don't over whip. You know, rather under whip, and then if you want it to be a bit, you know, voluminous and, you know, like thick and creamy, you can always go in with whipping it some more. Right. So I like to actually just use a plain old hand whisk. It gives you more control over what you're doing in the kitchen and, you know, less stress about splitting it at the end of the day.
I got you. Okay. And at the end of the day, Utumi made the joke of it, tiramisu. But if people don't understand where that comes from, the tiramisu, and why is it so popular, especially here in South Africa?
It is actually an Italian coffee-based dessert, and I'm glad that you touched on that, because that's the next ingredient that goes into my base here. I've got my eggs that I've whisked up, and then I'm adding my coffee base. I'm using espresso powder here. Whatever coffee you have in the house, I mean, it doesn't have to be an expensive brand. You can just use any kind of coffee you have. But in essence, that's what it is. The tiramisu is an Italian coffee-based dessert that has the flavors like Jay has already mentioned there, with the mascarpone, because it's got a beautiful cream that goes with it. And all we're doing is that normally it's layered with ladyfingers and the cream, and then topped with some coffee powder, even at the end, or some cocoa powder. We are just dissecting it and deconstructing it by putting the base and then the cream and then the base and then layering it up. But instead, we're using French toast instead of the ladyfingers.
Absolutely.
And I like that you're using brioche, because it's that nice enriched bread. But, you know, it can be sometimes a bit pricey.
Yeah.
But, you know, go for whatever bread you have at home.
Government
you know,
law.
white, brown, whatever you have. The idea is that you can use up your stale bread, doesn't go to waste. And that, you know, we love that on Afternoon Express.
Yeah, nothing goes to waste here on the show. But I'm ready to have a taste.
Girl.
So here comes the tiramisu part, where we are layering up each slice of the French toast that you've made with some of that mascarpone and all the other toppings.
So, you know, yeah, you can be creative. You can make a little sandwich, you can make a stack, depending on what you'd like at home. I mean, I like it bountiful. I like a big stack, as you can see over over there.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, the most important part, just a dusting of cocoa powder. And look at how beautiful that is. And you can see the color and the aromas that this is giving off. It's classic tiramisu flavor.
Love that. Put those finishing touches on that bad boy. This is such a great and versatile recipe with so many variations and flavors that you can make. For this recipe, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za. So 10 out of 10? Someone is having a good time. Now let's throw forward to you, Mzansi. On social media, this is what we want to find out. Every family has their own special Easter traditions. But what one is yours? Make sure you use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. We're keeping the good Easter times rolling as we throw forward to Good Friday tomorrow. We'll see you after these.
It's time to bake more memories with Royal Baking Powder on the new season of the Tastemaster SA, starting soon on SABC2. Our overall winner will take home 50,000 Rand cash. Plus, contestants can win 50,000 Rands worth of kitchen appliances. To enter, visit thetastemaster.co.za. Share a video about yourself and why you love baking, and show us something you've baked with tried and trusted Royal Baking Powder. Entries close on Monday, 25th of April. T's and C's apply.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, where we are celebrating, baby. Not only are we counting down to Easter, but we are also wanting to wish our darling Chef Clem Pedro a happy belated birthday.
Even with my surname, wow!
Yes!
Thank you.
Are
thank
you
you.
a big groot man?
Yes.
A big-
35 was called me Oom. You must say Oom.
Oom Clem.
Sounds good.
Well, Clem, you are not only celebrating your birthday, which was yesterday.
Was
We just
yesterday.
want to wish you nothing
you.
but the most biggest and brightest blessings coming your way. But you're also going to be blessing South Africans with a
Yes.
cool new recipe.
I am. And I love lamb. So you can ask me to do lamb any time of the day, like 5 times a day, and I'll do it, maybe even 10. We're doing an amazing lamb dish today. Are you ready to get
Okay,
into
let's
it?
get into it. Well, make your Easter table both special and delicious with Woolies' easy-to-cook, deboned, free-range leg of lamb. Roasted roasted veggies, and cream spinach-filled gems. This flop-proof menu comes together in just 150 minutes, so you have more time for hunting for all those eggs. Tell us how.
It is extremely easy. Like you said, the lamb, free range. It's also in the vacuum pack already. All the flavors are in there. And it sits there, just marinating, gets so delicious. All you have to do, take it out the packaging and roast it. I mean, it can't be... that's easy.
It's literally written for you, like right there. And it's, I love it, bullet points. Boom, boom, boom. This is how you organize it.
Exactly.
I mean, brilliant.
Because that's the easiest, convenient part of it all, and we're all about convenience this Easter. We're going to put a little more effort into the salad, because it's not just about the main.
Yes.
It's about the sides. And also, it's not just about the roast. You have to think about the next day.
Yeah,
everybody's still going to be home.
leftovers.
You need leftovers. I got you. Because the salad tastes even better the next day. So I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give you the roasting dish. Okay,
yes.
You're gonna add some of your roasting veggies, and you know what I love about the roasting veggies and the gem squash we're working with? It's willies. It stays fresher for longer.
Yes. So, I mean, for someone like me, unfortunately, I'm spending Easter alone this year. But it means that I'm just doing groceries for myself.
And this is a good one.
Throwing away food. You know those fresh fruits and veggies that stay in your fridge for a long time, and then before you know it, it's time to chuck it out. You haven't even prepared it. But that's what I love about Woolies veggies and fruit. At the end of the day, it does stay fresher for longer. I do definitely see the difference.
A little bit of olive oil goes on, and then instead of using salt, try and find ways where you can add, like still season it, but add more flavor. And for me, it's going to be the potato and the veggie spice. Okay, now I know it's for potatoes and for veggies, but on popcorn. I spoke about things that just work well on popcorn.
Yes.
This is it. It is so good and so delicious. That goes to the oven.
Brilliant. Okay.
Do you have an air fryer?
I do. I do have an air fryer.
Okay, you can pop that. Do you want to put it in the oven?
I do.
Okay, you go for the oven first before I start splashing.
Yeah, because you know what? I believe that cooking is not much about like the recipe, but it's about time management.
Yes.
That's all cooking is. If you're able to keep an eye on so that everything comes together at the same time, ooh,
that's the
brilliant.
plan. Okay, so I'm gonna put the whole block of halloumi into the pan. You can cut it up if you want to, but I'm okay to save time, put the whole thing in. When it's done, then you can portion it. Right.
Okay.
So we've got some barley. We don't eat enough barley. Barley is absolutely my favorite.
This is a very good grain, and you know what? I'm one of those, you know, those old school kids that just as soon as you hear anything is healthy, like barley, it's a grain, it keeps you. I'm like, oh no, thank you. I'll just take what we grew up with. But this has been such a welcomed introduction to my diet.
And welcome, barley welcomes flavors so well. So to this, we're gonna add. Let's go, right here. We're gonna go in with our red tomato pesto. Go for it. You can add that for me.
All of it. So how generous must I be?
That's good. That's good. That's enough. And then we've got some of the veggies that you popped into the oven. We roasted some of earlier.
Yes, right
And I'm gonna ask you to add that to it. So you can stop right there. You can give that a good mix, so that'll be an amazing salad.
Already,
but I want to make it a little fancier. That's where the halloumi comes in for that. And we all love halloumi. It is like that squeaky cheese.
I do, I love that.
It's all about like the sound and the flavor.
I used to not understand it because I think the texture used to freak me out. But now at the end of the day, it's just that welcomed treasure.
You didn't understand it?
With the salad.
Then you sat the halloumi down, you had a conversation, and you understand what it's all about.
We saw eye to eye. We saw eye to eye.
That's
okay.
perfect.
It's time for me to dish, I feel.
Halloumi's looking good. The lamb, like I said, is just so easy. I can't say more about it. It's delicious. It's amazing. It almost cooks itself. It's that easy to put together. Imagine.
And you promised us a flop proof. Do you know what that means? 100% success rate.
100% success rate. Absolutely. So here's the thing, right? You can be quite smart with it and follow the instructions that are on the list and see, cook it so long for this amount of weight. You get a medium rare, a medium, and a well done. But you know what? If you're not confident and you feel like you're going to overcook it anyway, because I don't know why you would.
It could be, who knows?
Who knows? That lamb, even if it's overcooked, you shred it, cut them in nice strips, and fold it through the salad. You will be rewarded. Honestly, it's so delicious.
Yeah, you add more cheese. It's always add more cheese. And you know, I believe no plate is complete without a little bit of green. So if you also want to get your hands on this delicious recipe, simply head over to woolworths.co.za.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, friend. Happy belated.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, to me,
Yes, darling.
you know, when it comes to Easter, the number one subject is...
Easter hunt, Easter bunny hunt. What is it called?
that thing. Easter egg hunt.
Easter
Now,
egg hunt.
Let me tell you a little bit more about it. I mean, there's no better way to celebrate the Easter festivities than by throwing an Easter egg hunt party for the kids and all of their friends. Well, listen to me, we're saying their friends, but of course there's a lot of fun to be had by adults too. Now, whether you're looking for an Easter egg hunt ideas just for the little ones, or you're organizing an Easter egg hunt party for family and friends, Beacon wants to know what you need to make this Easter one to remember.
I am kids.
You are the
by way.
kids?
I am kids.
Okay, well, we kind of threw a scenario out there to Mzansi on our social media just to kind of see where we're at mentally. Okay. And this is what we asked them. We said, so we asked you, which Beacon treats will you be hiding, rather, for your Easter egg hunt this year? I mean, to me, there are so many Beacon Easter egg treats to put in any Easter hamper, but for yourself, what do you think is a must-have? It's essential when it comes to any of the array that we have in front of us.
You know I'm all about sharing. You know I'm always about making sure that I feed the family, I feed the masses. So what better than our classic? I feel like this is the OG of the Beacon products because when it comes to Easter, if this is not featuring in your Easter egg hunt, in your home, and even as a guest, like it's something to gift someone. So this for me has to be the classic. But
you know, on social media, I used to always say, last week, I think we asked, we were like, it's not Easter without having something.
Exactly.
And what was that thing? We asked South Africa to fill in the blank. For me, it also has to be these little chocolate marshmallows. To me, were you the child to fight over the color, as if the color affects the flavor?
I think I did, but I didn't understand. I had no idea why I was even fighting over it until we got introduced to these babies, because then I was like, go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
Well,
I suppose who's going to be fighting over colors when you have that bad boy in your hand? Okay, so Mzansi, I think it's time for now to reach out and ask you what your answer is. You know, let's see what everyone had to say online. We have got Essie, and Essie says, that smile says it all. He is in candy heaven. We're definitely going to have the biggest hunt this time around. We have all sorts of Beacon treats, so I can't wait. Well, Essie, that sounds delicious. It sounds exciting, and he definitely does look so happy, and I think it's so wonderful to share in all the Easter cheer. But let's keep the conversation going online. Let us know what you would have, or what treats, what Beacon treats you would have in your
I don't even want to touch this egg, but the white one, Bali, because once I touch it, it means Easter has begun for me. It was one of the few eggs that when you eat it, there's always evidence. There's no hiding this one. And I think because for the longest time, I thought parents were hiding treats from us because it looks like a real egg. So I was like, okay, what exactly is going on? They're hiding the chocolate in here. So I think imagine having these actual eggs, the hen's eggs and the marshmallows, and these in your hand, in your Easter egg hunt. You're sorted. You don't
Now, this is something that I'm also very excited about this year, are these little goodies. I mean, these bunny chocolate nibbles. I love the fact that they come in white chocolate and milk chocolate. And if this deliciousness has anything to say about this, we're in for a party this Easter.
We're in for a party for sure.
Well, cheers to us, Dumi.
Cheers.
Let the hunt begin with Beacon this Easter. Now listen up, Mzansi, because you can claim your digital Beacon Easter bunny when you scan the QR code and download it today. These digital bunnies are collectible, tradable, and a whole lot of fun. And remember that with all the good things, there is only a limited number to give away. So grab yours right now and don't miss out on all of the fun. Let the hunt begin. Right, Dumza?
Let the hunt begin.
back to your Afternoon Express Masterclass. My favorite place in South Africa has to be behind this kitchen counter because this is what it's all about, a masterclass, and today it's Easter inspired. Now, Chef Jay, last week we had your mom's pickled fish inspired recipe, and now this is something else that's very close to your heart.
Oh, chicken, it's wholesome, everyone has it. It's delicious.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Well, let's get right into this recipe because nothing brings out the Easter cheer like a good old stuffed chicken. And today we are serving you a family-style olive pride roast chicken stuffed with hot cross buns. It will wow family and friends, and it is the perfect meal to serve this weekend. Now, I mean, hold up. We are stuffing our chicken with hot cross buns. Now, I do love myself a little sweet and savory kind of mix in there, but I've never seen this before, Chef Jay.
Listen, if you are anything like me, my eyes are always too big for my stomach when it comes to hot cross buns. I stuff my trolley full of these bad boys, and then at the end, you're stuck with all of these ones that are a little bit stale. So I thought,
But still good to eat.
Still good to eat, but in different ways. So we are ramping it up, putting it into a chicken. I mean, this is Easter. It's all about wholesomeness. It's all about getting that deep, rich flavor, and we are leaning on that today.
We're getting straight into it. So you've already started. It's on the filling station, can I say? Is that safe to say?
Yeah, so this is probably the most important part because this is going to enrich that chicken with all that spice and juice, and it's going to result in not only a flavorful chicken, but also a really succulent chicken.
Okay, so what goes into the stuffing?
So we have sauteed our onions and garlic. I'm going to throw in one of the most important ingredients, olive pride blend of seed oils and extra virgin olive oils. Dunk that in, perfect for frying and cooking. Okay, we've got our pre-roasted hot cross buns. You can see they look absolutely delicious.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you toast those?
We
because I can see that little char.
And we're going, you know, this is family style. It's, you know, chunky. It's rustic, you know. So don't fuss yourself about getting them into small sizes. Just go for it.
Okay, you keep doing that before we add the other ingredients. Let's check on our little worker bee in our baguette. Dumza!
Yeah, I'm short on my bunny ears because right now I'm doing sous chef things here and making sure we add flavor to this chicken because like we're talking about, we're stuffing it. So we need to make sure even the stuffing that goes inside is delicious. And my dear chef here has asked me to grate up some pears for him. Okay. And I think that's another thing I'm loving, these elements about the sweet and savory flavors that we're getting in our olive pride. But since I'm on chicken station, I've been tasked not only with just grating the pear, but also with rubbing our chicken and making sure Uti Umama is ready to go into that oven and soak up all of that flavor. And may I actually ask you to pass me that olive pride as well, because I'm also going to use it, like you were talking, Jay, about the different applications. We talk about grilling, baking, and all of that. And because of its high smoking point, it's great for this type of application because it's going into an oven that's quite hot and it's going to be in there for like an hour and a half. So this is the ideal oil to use for this kind of recipe.
And I love it because it, you know, while it's a blend of oils, you still get that beautiful olive taste and flavor, which is spectacular with this recipe.
Okay, I'm really starting to understand more and more the importance of the ingredients that we do put into every single dish. So what type of nuts did you just throw into the pan? And you also have gone in now with the pears that Dumi had grated.
So, you know, it's Easter, so we can be a bit more, you know, lenient with the ingredients, spend a bit more money. So we've gone with walnuts, but at home you can use any choice of nuts. It's just to add more texture. And we've got some lovely chicken stock just to moisten it up. You'll see I haven't actually added any other spices because we really want that hot cross bun to shine and sing with our chicken. So a little bit of salt and pepper. We've gone in with the fresh pear and the fresh herbs.
Yes.
And it's all about freshness and lots of rich flavor.
Okay, cool. Dumi, I can see yet again you're making sure that those veggies are quite well oiled and greased up.
I have. I've also just poured in a bit of our... actually, I'm going to pour a bit more because I didn't think I put enough. You can never really have enough because you wanted to get those beautiful grill marks. So I've got our pumpkin and our pumpkin in here, and I've just added some oil to it. And just a tip when working with chicken, chicken, especially whole chicken, if you're going to be roasting it in the oven, make sure that you bring it to room temperature before you start cooking it, or you take it out of the oven at least an hour before. Otherwise, once it gets into that fridge, into the oven, going straight from cold into hot runs the risk of getting the skin tearing and all of that, and you don't want that. And also, be generous with the salt, because there's no other way for you to get any other flavor into it besides the outside and the inside, which for us, luckily, is the stuffing that Jay has just made. So I've made some of it a little earlier, so we're going to start stuffing this baby. Get your hands in there. There's no
other way
needed here.
There's no other way. Get your hands in there. I just had a bite of this very succulent piece of chicken. Now, I'm not one for the breast. I'm a thigh and drumstick girl. And this is a slither, a little slice from the breast portion, but it is absolutely succulent, very, very flavorful. And the taste of those veggies as well complement very, very nicely with this dish. To me, a lot of people might have seen you putting an extra little of the Clover Olive Pride, but worry not, it is endorsed by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. So trust me, we are giving you the gems that you need for the entire family this Easter.
For sure. I think that's the key, you know. We want to be, full of flavor and packed with deliciousness, but you also want to just remember the health element. I think that's very important, and I think this gives you the best of both worlds. Good flavor, and it's healthy.
Okay. Do me any last tips and tricks when it comes to this? Normally, you take the drumsticks of the chicken and you kind of like hold it hostage.
You do.
Don't
you
you
do,
normally
but I mean,
take a rope, but we don't need that this time?
We do, but I'm saying this girl is stuffed to the capacity.
Yeah,
so
there's
we
no
wanna.
closing those
I think it's fine. Let's let this girl bake up, and it'll cook to whatever capacity we need it to be.
Happiness. Now, to get your hands on this recipe, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za, where Chef Dumi and Jay made sure you got the gems for this recipe. Yummy.
Made with love by Clover.
Now look, when you have a jam-packed show like the one we are enjoying today, sometimes we need to sit back, relax, and clear the throat. And whilst we do that, prepare yourself for a delicious Easter Rocky Road recipe.
Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, where, yes, the theme is still Easter. Why wouldn't it be, tomorrow being Good Friday? So this is technically the eve of Good Friday. Dumi, this next recipe is sabu dessert.
Sabu dessert, sabu feast, sabu reward for having a, you know, the last couple of weeks have been hectic. You need a reward, Nyana, so this is exactly what it is.
It looks good already. Now we're bringing you another fantastic recipe with Beacon. Treat yourself with this indulgent Easter Rocky Road, starring your favorite Beacon Easter goodies. A Rocky Road is basically made with equal quantities of melted chocolate and treats to mix it with. So have fun with it this Easter with Beacon.
Oh, we are so spoiled for choice today. I mean, look at this fantastic setup.
Yeah.
Chocolate upon chocolate upon chocolate.
Treats
I'm
galore.
a kid in a candy store. I'm so happy and I love my job. That's all I can say.
No, look, out of all of the recipes today, I've been hearing about this one. Everyone behind the scenes is like, did you see those Rocky Roads? So let's show South Africa how to make them.
This is probably one of the easiest desserts you'll ever have to make in your life. Fuss-free, fun for the family, get the kids involved, get the whole family involved, and at the end of the day, just enjoy it. It's a snack that just keeps on giving. So we're starting off on the stovetop here with some butter and some golden syrup. And then we've got this delicious heavenly milk chocolate by Beacon. Okay. And we're going to add that. This is actually one of the most important parts of the recipe, just because it's the binding agent. It keeps everything together. It's one mouthful of just glorious goodness.
I can only imagine, but do you know what I like to do? You know, at the end of a lot of those, you know, those days. Now, I don't have a sweet tooth. If you are a proud watcher and supporter of Afternoon Express, you know, I don't have much of a sweet tooth. But sometimes I just crave a little bit of chocolate, and this is just one of them. I'm a milk chocolate kind of girl.
A little bit of my love. That's exactly what that is. And we were talking about our favorite Easter treats. What better way to incorporate your Easter treats into your dessert? And this is what these treats are about. I mean, I'm spoiled for choice.
Okay.
Not only do we not have the marshmallow eggs, we've also got the bunny chocolate and popcorn treats. So what I'm going to be doing, as well as these nibbles, the bunny chocolate nibbles, I've started cutting up some of our eggs, but I'm going to be crushing all these things using my knife, chopping up nicely, because a Rocky Road is about texture.
Yeah.
And this is what these ingredients are all about.
I see. Oh, my goodness. Take me all the way back. You see, so my mom's family, we kosa on that side of the family. And ekhaya kuse bizana. And bizana, there are tarred roads, of course, on the main roads. But as soon as you go into the alleys and into we get those where you need to go by for those rocky roads. Yeah. And this is quite reminiscent of that. I mean, I love the different textures that are in this dessert.
Yes. I mean, you've got the popcorn, you've got the chocolate, we've got milk chocolate and white chocolate in there as well, so I'm just going to crush them up. But, Chef, I see you wanted to comment on the chocolate there.
I mean, literally, it's called heavenly for a reason. It's so silky smooth. You can see how beautiful that looks.
It looks
and,
luxurious,
you know, people
actually
might wonder why I'm not doing the double boiler sort of method. The addition of the butter and the golden syrup will prevent it from sticking. But you know what is actually a good trip when when melting chocolate? Plastic bowl in the microwave, and that's the best way to actually melt the chocolate. Because
but then how long do you keep it there for? Do you do it like how you would maybe melt butter with those little bursts of like 10 seconds at a time, 10 seconds at a time? Or would you just leave it in there for the whole 30 seconds and hope for the best?
15-minute intervals is the best bet.
Second. He meant second.
It's going, you know what, I think I'm
You're too excited to get into the food.
Chocolate. But yeah, 30-second intervals, and the plastic, what's good about that is that it prevents the chocolate from overcooking, because plastic doesn't retain as much heat.
Okay, I got you. It seems as if this is a busy and very filled recipe, but it's an easy one.
It's so easy. So Chef Tumi has done us the pleasure of chopping up all of these delicious Beacon treats. You don't have to fuss yourself over chopping them up too finely. Remember, it's all about the texture. So we're just gonna, you know, just muddle that up nice and gooey.
You think?
I think we need more, but I think we're going to put some on the top too.
Okay, let me get started.
Okay, maybe there's never enough. It
There's
can never
never
be
enough.
enough.
And listen, just chop some up for us to eat right now.
Look, it sounds as if this dessert would be really, really sweet with the addition of the syrup and the addition of, you know, the chocolates and all of that. So let me have a taste and see if, even for someone like me who's got sensitive teeth, I'm sure this will still be a dream.
Look, it's a treat that's worth having, especially this time of the year.
Do you know what I love about this? It's got little surprises. The soft gooiness of the marshmallow and of the chocolate, but also that crunchy bite of the popcorn. Magnifique.
And the
it's
nibble.
not too sweet.
And the nibbles with the biscuit in the center.
It's just everything that was like good about my childhood. Chocolate, biscuits, caramel popcorn. It's just, yo, guys.
No, listen, you are spoiled for choice with this one. So if you want to get your hands on this mouth-watering recipe, visit afternoonexpress.co.za. Yummy. Okay. We are not done. A lot of people might be like, you've already given us like, what, 3, 4 recipes? Nah, we still got 2 more, or one special one.
One special one.
Because when we come back, we celebrate the perfect union of, the union of masala and prawn. See you after the break.
Express yourself.
Our pharmacies are on the front line of healthcare. This is Pharmacy of the Week.
Service is what we stand for. We form part of the community, whether it be health problems, whether it be other pharmaceutical problems, just general advice. We support school feeding, we support the Rape Crisis Centre and other community projects. So we're very active in the community. COVID-19, everybody went into a panic mode. Somebody had to be stable, and I think it was us. We continued the service despite the fact that many of our staff were sick. We did curbside collection. We did employ extra delivery staff. We delivered later at night than we normally would have done. We put in a parking area outside for people with COVID, and staff would go outside to them and serve them. They wouldn't have to come into pharmacy. And we had to set the example. Even today, before and after each prescriptions we do, we sanitize the whole area. So people are as safe as they possibly could be.
Pharmacy of the Week, proudly brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
With schools opening again, teachers and parents will face difficult situations like tummy cramps, teething, pain and fever, scratches and scrapes, allergies and coughs. Adcock Ingram OTC brings you a wide range of products to help parents take care of those challenges. Brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave.
There is a classic mayonnaise that brings out the traditional French in 3 levels of tanginess. The mild classic, the medium classic, the strong classic. Tangy the way you love it.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now listen, load shedding tried us. They tried us, but you cannot turn off the lights in
never.
our kitchen. We're going to keep this flame burning, honey. And we're doing so with incredible Easter recipes. Netumi?
We started off last week with pickled fish. Now we decided to keep it all sea-inspired, seafood-inspired. Now we're taking it masala side with our prawns. Like, you know, I mean, why not?
This sounds so, so good. I mean, Easter is a celebration of family, friends, and of course, seafood. So how does some Clover Classic Bride or grilled masala prawn salad sound? Yes, please. It's delicious, easy, and we promise you that everyone is going to be asking for more.
Definitely, they'll be asking for more. If they're not asking for more of the prawns, they'll be asking for more of the dressing, or they'll be asking for more of something. But there's definitely going to be more of something needed over there. And to start our prawns off, we've got some prawns that we've cleaned, we've deveined, but we're keeping the shell on, we're keeping the head on because we want to just maintain some of those juices and that flavor. And for this masala flavor, what we're doing here is we're using some of our curry powder. That's going to give us those curry flavors that we want. And we've chosen to go with the seafood masala specifically. And the reason for that is that it enhances and basically brings out all of those flavors that we want from the prawns that we're using today. And as with any curry or masala type dish, we're gonna have the trio, the holy trinity, which is our ginger, our garlic, and our chilies that we're adding in there as well. You remember who taught me that? Chef Dion. I was like,
Yes.
I stuck to that since
Chef,
then. And
shout out to Chef Dion Vengatas. He is such an incredible mind when it comes to the Indian, more flavored cuisines. And he is just a king and mastermind of putting together masala flavors. And that's what we're doing to our prawns today. We're adding that masala
and
pagari.
We're using the king of mayonnaises over here with our Clover Classic mayonnaise. And this time we're keeping it medium. Okay. Normally we'd go either for the number 1, which is mild. Today we're keeping it medium with the number 2. But if you want a little bit strong, you can definitely go with the number 3, which is the stronger one, you know, big balls out.
Okay. Chef J, ubezi. What is Chef J up to? What are you doing on your side?
I'm just being mesmerized, Joe, because Easter just reminds me of home. Like, you know, I'm a Joburg boy.
Yes.
You know, so I miss my family, but being here with you guys, I feel like I'm at home. You know, that masala flavor, the prawns on the braai, I just feel so happy. So I'm just whipping up a quick little dressing for our salad. This is almost like I would say like a poke bowl salad, to me.
Yeah, actually you're right. Because,
Yeah. So I'm putting together this this quick dressing with olive oil, some white wine vinegar, some chili flakes. We're amping up the chili in the kitchen today. Salt and pepper and some whole grain mustard, and we're going to use that to dress our salad at the end.
You said that it is sabu poke bowl salad. What is the poke bowl element in it?
It's basically just the way that it's served. You can see that it's sort of deconstructed. Okay. It's served in a nice platter, and I love.
I see, because you've got like the different. I call them like the sections. You've got like sections in your food. We've got like the prawns on one side neatly. Then we've got the red onion neatly. Then we've got those fresh avocados in the middle, in the center, taking that center starring role, and then the tomatoes, the rows of tomatoes on the side there. So that's kind of like that pokey-inspired look.
Yes, so it's just that pokey-inspired look. You know what I love about Easter the most is, you know, walking in with this big platter of food, just plonking it proudly on the, you know, in the middle of the table, everyone just sharing and grabbing from the same platter. I think it's so reminiscent of what Easter's all about.
Yeah. On that note, listen carefully. That's what you want to hear when you put your prawns onto the grill.
Something that should be reminiscent in all South African households. Whether you've got the braai on, whether you've got the grill on, we want to hear those sizzling pans. That's what it's about. So it's important for your pan to be hot.
It is important for your pan to be hot because prawns are one of the few meats that cook super quickly. You don't want to waste time and be cooking, waiting for the temperature to rise up. You want it to literally do it, you know, when you see those ads on TV and it goes, that's what you want with prawns. So I want to make sure that when it hits the pan, you hear that sizzle. It starts cooking immediately, and then when we flip it over, we've got those beautiful grill marks. So just, in essence, I'm going to say cooking about 2 to 3 minutes on each side, and that's literally it. And also how you can see whether your prawn is cooked, undercooked, overcooked. It basically goes towards the sea. If it's still...
it starts to curl up.
It starts like a little open sea, the closer, once it becomes a U, that's what you're going for. If it becomes a C and it's closed all the way,
overcooked.
It's late.
So we're looking for the U shape, people. And listen, you made a masterpiece out of these prawns. They're buttery to me. You know, they're absolutely smooth. They're soft, but also not overcooked. It's not that closed off C. I see why we should be making this at home.
You see why.
I see why.
All those flavors are there. We've got the masala, and I love how the masala flavors pair so wonderfully with the avo that's in there. And then the mayo just enhances all those spices that you've got in there. The tomato, the onion, it's just a marriage of flavors.
And I see you've got a lacquer char on your prawns here to me. And I think, you know what, people are scared of a good char.
Yeah.
But if it's done correctly, black doesn't necessarily always mean burnt. So if you look at the prawns, you can see that charred goodness there.
Okay.
That's flavor.
It's actually flavor. It's delicious flavor. So it's all about the cooking.
Do not run away from the char, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Guys, I think that it's time to finally sit back, relax, and enjoy the fruits of our labor, quite literally. You ready?
I agree.
I'm so ready.
Take those aprons off, and if you want to get your aprons on, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za to get this recipe. And if you want to celebrate your everyday occasions with Clover Classic, then guess what? You stand a chance to win your 50,000 Rand in prizes. All you have to do is to answer by... All you have to do, let me try that again, I'm so excited to eat. All you have to do, Mzansi, is to enter, buy a Clover Classic product and WhatsApp the till slip of your purchase to 074 909 0000. T's and C's can be found on clover.co.za. Now let's go eat.
Fresh Pack Instant Rooibos Cappuccino. An indulgent way to experience your favorite rooibos. Try the delicious new chai flavor.
As we are talking about flavors, we're still not done. I want to bring you something that is truly, truly special, and I believe the perfect way to end off today's show.
Tell us.
Now, with Fresh Pack's Rooibos Chai Cappuccino, the pleasure of enjoying a hot beverage and taking a few moments for yourself has never been so simple and enjoyable. Savor a cup of your favorite classic Rooibos with the warm spices of chai in a new, creamy and indulgent way. You can create a feel-good moment every day with the Fresh Pack Chai Cappuccino. And for us, the end of the show is the best time to come together and share the natural goodness of Fresh Pack. Guys, cheers to us and cheers to an incredible show.
Cheers to a table
look at
full
all
of
of this.
food and a drink to end it all.
Absolutely. Now, Dumi, do you want to remind us of what we made today on the show?
We made a whole lot of goodness. We started off with our tiramisu flavored tiramisu French toast. We moved over to our decadent leg of lamb, our lamb with our veggies over there. And then we went over to the chicken. We've got our Rocky Road over here. We've got the prawns. I mean, we've got everything you need for an Easter feast.
Very exciting. And guys, I'm going to actually throw a challenge to you. I want to ask you, since we are enjoying our Fresh Pack Rooibos Chai Cappuccino flavors, what meal, which dish do you think would pair the best with this incredible hot beverage?
Can I go first? Can I go first?
Okay.
Guys, I am a dunker.
Okay.
So Rocky Road meets Fresh Pack.
I was about to say the challenge on its own is trying to dunk that Rocky Road in the Fresh Pack the way it's so big. And so you would say dessert?
I think dessert. I think the spices pair well. When, you know, it reminds me of the flavors of the cardamom, the cinnamon.
Cardamom, cinnamon, that's what we're talking about. I mean, we also did have those flavors, though, in the French toast. So, Dumi, I'm going to be excited to hear what your answer would be. What would you pair this Fresh Pack Rooibos Chai Cappuccino with?
Can you believe I'm going to say with the prawns? Because exactly for that very reason as well. The fact that those spices, you get the sweetness and the decadence of the Fresh Pack Rooibos Cappuccino with the masala spices that just go, that punch you in the mouth.
And we did not hold back on the chili.
Oh, no, we didn't. In fact, I'm going to dish up while we speak.
You dish that up because, I mean, well, With its well-balanced flavors of cinnamon, like Chef Jay said, cardamom and ginger, Fresh Pack's Rooibos chai cappuccino makes for that soothing hug at the end of a long day. A decadent warm spicy drink to serve with a comforting Easter-inspired dessert. So Chef Jay, you were onto something. I mean, it's the perfect way to end off a great meal. So I suppose with dessert is, I suppose, the best serving choice, but I would say you can have this any time of the day.
Girl, I'm imagining that right now with my first cup of tea in the morning. I mean, first cup of goodness is that just get yourself started for the day, right? And this is the exact drink.
Speaking about getting things started, we are getting started with the Easter weekend, and at the end of the day, sometimes I get very, very intimidated when people say you have to make something like a chai cappuccino at home. I'm like, what? How? No. But Fresh Pack made it easy with giving these little sachets. I can just imagine popping this into an Easter hamper or an Easter goodie bag.
You know, we are so excited about this because I think it's actually so clever, because why do the kids have to have all the fun? I mean, imagine an adult Easter egg hunt with these little bad boys. I mean, I think that would be perfect. Like, such a fun treat.
You literally took the words out of my mouth, because that's exactly what I was going to say. Kunini busy doing for the kiddies. Hey, what? Give us our own goodie bag and put some of the Fresh Pack in there. You know, those spices will basically wake you up on any Easter day.
Yeah, and speaking about waking us up, I want to challenge you to get creative by popping a couple of sachets into an Easter hamper for your family or for your friends, so that they too can create an indulgent Fresh Pack chai moment. Guys, what a way to end off an incredible show. Any last Easter thoughts?
Oh, you know what? It's a time where we just need to celebrate love, family, wholesomeness. That's all it's about.
And speaking about family, go sit with your mommy, my boy. He could not miss out on this fun. Okay, my boy, cheers to you this Easter. Are you excited for Easter? Do you want to get a rocky road? Do you want a chocolate?
Come on.
Look at exactly. I knew my little boy cannot run away from any chocolates. So his choice of ending off a good day is with a sweet treat. Dumi, what is your choice of ending off a good day?
To be honest, Balasa, it's a drink that literally gives me energy to deal with him for the night, but also just something that cools me down, something that's relaxing. You know, you've been busy the whole day. You need something to just, you know, relax and calm down and get through the rest of the day. You know?
Balance out the things going on in your brain. Well, I couldn't agree more. I mean, a beverage that delights and soothes the senses simultaneously, bringing you absolute relaxation and tranquility. The Fresh Pack's chai cappuccino, you get the best of both worlds, where the delicious sweet notes of rooibos marry the spicy chai flavors, a game changer celebrating the flavor of rooibos.
He's talking about the fact that, because my son loves tea, right? He loves rooibos, and he's asking if he can get some of that for himself. So that's, yes, you will get some. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to let him take some of the rooibos and go
have a little bit of this, pass it down to the little boy. Now, if you want to find out, South Africa, how you can also get in on this Fresh Pack magic, let's usher in the Easter season with a warm and indulgent cup of Fresh Pack Rooibos chai cappuccino, celebrating the natural goodness of rooibos in a creamy, spicy, and delectable way. Pop a sachet of chai into a mug and enjoy the delicious, indulgent drink. You can stand a chance to win one of 3 Fresh Pack hampers valued at, guess what, 500 Rand, by simply heading over to our social media pages and entering our competition by answering the question: what Easter treats would you pair with your Fresh Pack Rooibos chai cappuccino? Entries close at midnight on the 20th of April. T's and C's do apply. Guys, let's get eating. Please, may I have a slice or 2 there of that French toast? Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. Slice or 2 of you can have that. But do you not want prawns? Because I know you also like your seafood as well.
I do love my seafood. Let me just say I want a little bit of everything. How about that? Thank you so much. Chef Jay, how are you going to be celebrating your Easter and your Good Friday tomorrow?
Well, you know what? I'm not going home to see my family, unfortunately. So I'm quite sad, but I've got, you know, a few friends in Cape Town, my, you know, new chosen family, and we're just gonna hang out, you know, and chill and just enjoy enjoy what Easter has to offer.
That sounds incredible. Dumi, you all about creating new traditions with your little man?
Yes, I am, and we are going to be having a good time tomorrow, just the two of us. But I think you always ask us, Balisa, what are you getting up to?
I'm going to be bonding with my baby brother, Ubongole, too. So it's definitely all about family. But one thing I take away from celebrating Easter is the idea of new life. We hope that tonight's episode has reinvigorated your love for cooking and provided a slew of new ideas to surprise and delight the family this Easter. But you know what we love to say here on Afternoon Express? Good night, stay safe, and happy eating. Catch the repeats on Saturday. Happy Easter. Here's to the sweet taste of time off, celebrating the last of summer, and to family memories. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.